Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I oppose continuing to increase the amount of taxpayer money going to health insurance companies. This is a giveaway to health insurance companies to keep charging higher premiums, raise out-of-pocket costs, and add more and more requirements on doctors. Congress needs to work together, as we did to end surprise billing, modernize our health care system, and restore the so important doctor-patient relationship. To help the uninsured, we need to lower healthcare costs so they can afford insurance and even pay cash if they choose. We should boost competition so they have more insurance options and empower states who know their constituents and healthcare systems. This particular subtitle of Speaker Pelosi's grand socialist agenda is more reckless spending to buy out the health insurance companies so the left can cross their bridge to Medicare for all and achieve government-run health care. If they succeed, many people will be left with no choices in government-run health care that determines the care they get and when they get it. I'm also worried that within this change is how abortion services are treated in the Affordable Care Act. I'd like to clarify the intent of some changes on what's required to be covered. I have some questions of counsel, if I could.
Is the counsel available virtually?
Yes, I'm available, Congresswoman.
Oh, okay.
She's on there?
Okay.
Okay. Beginning on page 7, line 11, what is the intent of this provision and why is it necessary? Because it seems to me it implies that the Obamacare essential health benefits are insufficient. How is it different from the essential health benefits in the ACA?
Ma'am, I can speak to what the underlying language does, but I would defer questions on policy intent to the sponsor of the bill.
Or essential health benefits? And just how does it differ? What is the effect?
Sure, Congresswoman. So the legislation that the provision that you're specifically asking about requires issuers for plan year 2024 to provide benefits consisting of non-emergency medical transportation services described in section 1902A4 and services described in section A4C of section 1905 of the Social Security Act. This is non-emergency medical transportation, as well as the services that are described in section A4C.
That differs from the essential benefits, health benefits in the ACA?
Ma'am, in terms of this, what this provision does specifically, it requires issuers to provide those benefits that I just described.
What are the services described? So you referenced subsection A4C. What are those benefits and how do they differ from the current essential benefits in the ACA?
Sure, ma'am. So the services described under A4C is family planning and services furnished directly to individuals of childbearing age. Those are the services required to be offered under subsection A4C.
In Medicaid, the Hyde Amendment applies to the language that you just read. Does Hyde apply to family planning in the context of the proposed bill?
Ma'am, the restrictions and limitations included in the most recently enacted appropriations language wouldn't apply to the provisions under this section.
Would or would not? I'm sorry. Can you say that again, please?
Sure. So the restrictions and limitations included in the most recently enacted appropriations language would not apply to the provisions under this section, Congresswoman.
So Hyde does not apply, so the answer is no?
Again, the restrictions and limitations that were most recently enacted in the appropriations language would not apply to this section.
Restrictions are then that were enacted in the most recent appropriations bill that you're referencing?
Sure. Can you clarify which specific sections you're inquiring about?
requiring, okay.
The gentleman's time has expired, but if you want to
Oh.
get some time from another member.
Oh,
If
okay.
you got a lot.
Yes, please.
Mr. Chairman, move to strike the.
What's that? Oh, Burgess moves to strike the last word, and he turns his time over to you, the ranking member.
Thank you, Dr. Burgess. Okay. I'm patient here. Thank you, Dr. Burgess. So, council, I'm going to attempt to summarize just for my clarity, for my own personal clarity here. For year 2024, if someone goes below 138% of poverty, wants to get a tax credit to buy private health insurance, the only plan they can buy is one where abortion is considered as a method of family planning and is covered as an essential benefit. Is that correct?
Congresswoman, under this provision, issuers for 2024 benefit years for the individuals who qualify under this section, those insurers would be required to provide services described in subsection A4C of section 1905 of the Social Security Act.
Have then is to, the only health insurance plan that will be an option for someone under 138% of poverty, if they want to get the tax credit to buy private health insurance, is going to be a plan where abortion is considered as a method of family planning and is covered as an essential benefit. Is that yes or no?
Again, ma'am, I can't weigh in on the specifics of the essential health benefits. This adds the requirements that issuers have to comply with for 2024 plan year. And those insurers would have to provide the services that are described under this section.
Okay, so the answer is yes. Thank you. So bottom line, the proposed bill is removing any option for someone to purchase a plan that does not cover elective abortion, and forcing taxpayers to subsidize health insurance coverage for abortion. This is radical, and it's wrong.